What?
What?
What the hell is this?
Harumph. I didn't get a harumph out of that guy.
Give the governor harumph.
Harumph!
You watch your ass.
I see you shiver with anticipation.
Let the show begin.
Hey everybody, this is David Heretic coming at you with another edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. And tonight, alright, we're coming back to Lacuna Coil. Yes, indeed, Lacuna Coil fans, feeling you. Come on now. Here we go. Before we go any further, for those of you who are feeling inclined to doing all the clicks and the likes and the bibbity-boobity bop, do me a favor, before you do all that stuff, please watch the whole video first, okay? Give me a chance to actually earn those clicks and likes. Now, after the video's done, if you still feel like doing all those clicks and likes, then by all means, feel free to click away. This comes as a request from Animal Soul, and this is actually Animal Soul's prioritized request for the month of December for being a silver tier member on the Patreon page. So here you go, Animal Soul. I hope you enjoy the show, man. Animal Soul wanted to see me react to this song by Lacuna Coil called The House of Shame. Now, have I heard the song before? No, I have not. To the best of my knowledge, this does not resonate with me in any way, shape, or form. However, there's always a possibility I may have heard the song in passing and I just don't realize it. So as always, if I start listening to the song and I suddenly go, wait a second, I recognize this song, I'll let you know.
That's the truth.
You know me, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. This was posted by Century Media Records, okay? And the video has 2.4 million views. It'll get you there. Other than that, there's really nothing else left to say. Link to the original video will be down below in the video description for your viewing pleasure at your leisure. Let's get started. What do you say? Are you ready? Are you ready? Because here we go. All right, here we go. Lacuna Coil, The House of Shame lyric video. See, lyric videos are always very hit and miss. Sometimes the lyrics are actually on the screen and sometimes the lyrics are down in the video description. So you never know when you see that. We'll have to wait and see what happens. All right, let's do this.
All right, boy, let's do this.
Resolution, that's nice. Nice tune. Nice tune. Great energy, great drive. Play on feels are all there. Halftime, straight time, double time, all there. And very nice transitions into each. I like the halftime in the chorus. I like it. I wasn't sure When I first heard the chorus start and I felt that halftime feel, I was like, I don't know. I feel like that might possibly take some energy away from the chorus. And the chorus is what you want to have the most energy. That's where you want to have most of the attention drawn to. I think the reason that's pulled off in that halftime feel and the reason that it works as well as it does is because we have the female vocals leading the charge. I think that really makes it sound really nice. If it were the male vocal, like if it was the grit and growl vocal with that halftime feel, I don't think the chorus would sound nearly as appealing as it does with the female vocal in that halftime. So no, I like it. I like it. I like it a lot, actually. Let's keep going. Let's see how this goes.
Locked outside of my faith, incurable, captured by time. You're the reason I'm feeling so deranged. I will stay here and haunt you forever. Staring into the light. If I don't hide inside the darkness, you'll be.
You hear that China? That major resolution again. Yep. Triplet.
Take my soul.
Okay, I'm gonna pause there. There was something getting my attention. I couldn't figure out until I heard it the second time in the pre-chorus. Something was getting my attention as far as what's pushing the song forward, because we did go into that, halftime feel, and I was like, what's driving the song forward? I hear it, but I didn't even really hear it. I felt it. I felt something was pushing us forward and pushing the song and giving the song some drive in that halftime feel, but I couldn't figure out what it was until I heard it the second time. And I was like, oh, there it is. It's that China just hitting. Just that China driving us forward. I like it. I'm glad it's there. Coming out of the second phrase in the chorus with that major resolution, I love that. I really do. I think that's my favorite part of the whole song, if I'm being honest with you. I love that. It just sounds so good, and it's unexpected. It was, the first time I heard it, I never saw that in it coming in a million years. It was a very nice surprise. The subdivision work in the male vocals, I like him. I really do. He's really playing around with the meter, changing it up from, offbeat eighths to triplets to, straight ahead eighths. He's just really having fun with the subdivision work within the meter of his vocal delivery. I like it. I think I haven't heard anything that didn't sound good. I haven't heard anything that sounded like it was shoehorned or forced. Everything felt very natural, and I like that. A very laid back and relaxed delivery while still having the intensity, and I like that. I definitely like that. Not easy to pull off, so good on him. Let's keep going here. like that. There it is again. Now we have a minor resolution. I thought the song was over. We still got another 37 seconds. The way they led off there, I was like, that's it? That's the end of it? Cool. Not a bad way to end. And then they come right back in again. Oh, they got me. All right, let's finish this out. And we'll get to the review. I thought they were done. The bass on the pedal note. Now, I'm not sure if that outro is actually part of the song or not. That sounded a little separated. It felt like they may have just put that in for the video. I could be wrong. I could definitely be wrong about that, but it kind of sounded like they added that outro for the sake of the video. Nice tune, man. Really nice tune. Good pick. That's 2 for 2 now with Lacuna Coil that I've enjoyed. I need to think about it. I definitely need to think about it. Let me get my thoughts together. I'll see you in the review, and we'll talk about it. Well, there you go, folks. That was Lacuna Coil with The House of Shame. This was a request from Animal Soul. And this was actually Animal Soul's prioritized request for the month of December for being a silver tier member on the Patreon page. So, there you go, Animal Soul. I hope you enjoyed the show, man. There's quite a bit to talk about. There is. So, let's get to it, shall we? Should I give the score first? Yeah, let's just to keep things simple and so I don't forget, because I've done that before where I've forgotten to give the score.
You imbecile! You bloated idiot!
On a scale of 1 to 10, I'm going to give that a 9.2. Yep, 9.2. You heard me. I didn't stutter. That is the score I feel this song deserves. Let me tell you why.
Why?
Everything about the song was great. Everything. And I mean everything. There was nothing in this song that I would ever classify as okay or pretty good or even really good. No. Everything in this song was great. At least great. There were some things in this song that I personally believe were better than just great, though. Okay? That's how we got to the 9.2. And we're going to talk about it all right? Let's start with all of the great stuff first. Musicianship. Instrumentation. Everybody sounded great. Everybody did. The guitars, drums, bass, all sounded great. I have no issue with anything that everybody did. The subdivision work within the instrumentation. It was more than great. It was one of the more impressive things of the song. It was really well done. Some great variations, but there were still patterns, and you could find the patterns. It wasn't just random. It wasn't like, okay, we're gonna do this pattern here, and do this pattern here, and this pattern here, and this pattern here, and this pattern here, and there was no repetition. I can't stand songs like that. Don't get me wrong, I love variation, I do, but I also like when you can tell where the verse is the verse, and you can tell where the pre-chorus is the chorus, or the pre-chorus is the pre-chorus. You can tell where the chorus is the chorus. You can tell where the bridge is the bridge. You can tell where everything is because you will find when you hit the verses, the same subdivided patterns are there. When you have verses, you have 3 verses, for example, and they all have 3 different subdivided patterns. That can be a little confusing and a little disjointing, and I did not hear that here. The song felt very natural with its subdivision work. It didn't feel forced. It wasn't like they were doing subdivisions just for the sake of being impressive with the subdivisions. No. Everything made sense. Almost at times, almost to the point of being predictable, but not quite. The predictability came because when the verses were happening, it followed the same subdivision pattern. So did that make it predictable? No, it just made it repetitive. It just made it, this is clearly defined. Here's verse 1, here's verse 2. They're playing the exact same subdivisions, so there's got to be the verses, When they did the choruses, actually, when the choruses, we're going to talk about the choruses in a little bit. Subdivision work kind of took a back seat. It was very simple. Because they kind of almost went into a stop time, but not exactly. Just very, very, very subdued rhythmic pattern. Because they wanted to put more of the focus on the sustained chords with the moving vocal line. We're going to talk about that in a little bit. No, I think the songwriting was outstanding. I think the musicianship was great across the board. The vocal work, yeah, it was great. It was great. Even the grit and growl. I'm not always the biggest fan of grit and growl when it's overly done. I never felt it was overly done here. I felt a very nice blend between the grit and growl vocals and the clean vocals, and I appreciated that. It felt very even. As a matter of fact, if I'm not mistaken, I think the clean vocal might have had more of a presence than the grit and growl vocal. At least that's how it sounded to me anyway. That's how it felt to me. So it felt like a 60-40 blend, 60% clean with 40% grit and growl. I'm a big proponent of that. I am absolutely a big proponent of that, and I love hearing it. So I had no problem with that at all. The grit and growl vocal was strong, but it was still crisp. It was still like, I know the lyrics were on the screen, and I could read the lyrics and I could hear what he was saying, but here's the thing, I didn't need the lyrics on the screen. I could hear what he was saying. His diction and his pronunciation were clean. He wasn't so grit and growled that it turned to sludge. It wasn't like, death metal. It wasn't, like black metal the whole time. It wasn't that. It was very well pronounced, very well accentuated with the vocal, the vowel formation and the pronunciation and the diction. You could hear what he was saying clear as day, while still having a great amount of grit and growl, showing that it can be done. For those people who say, well, I can't do both, want to bet he did it. If he can do it, you can do it too. You just need to work at it. There's a big difference. So I like the male vocal, but I gotta tell you folks, that female vocalist, whoo! Oh! This is what I've been waiting to talk about this whole review. I've been waiting to get to this part. Holy smokes! Wow! The delivery on her part, the harmonies within herself. Now, granted, I know that comes with layering and, editing. I know all that. But, man, her vocal delivery. There are some things that Pro Tools can do, and there are some things that Pro Tools cannot do. Pro Tools cannot fix diction. They cannot fix tone. They cannot fix projection. They cannot fix support. They can't fix those things. The only thing they can really fix, placement and pitch. That's about all Pro Tools can do when it comes to vocals, okay? Yeah, they can do a little shaping and a little scrubbing here and there, but there's really not a whole lot more that they can do than that. Her delivery on this had to be organic in order to get the kind of power and projection that you got. And man alive, whew, she delivered without question. My favorite part of the song. And here's the thing. Here's what's really going to blow people's minds. You want to know what my favorite part of the song was? It was this part where everybody just sustained. They didn't lay out, but they just sustained. I believe it was like the third chorus where it wasn't a cappella, but the instrumentation just sustained, long held out like whole note chords while she moved her vocals around on top of it. Man, I know the tempo got, well, here's the thing, the tempo didn't actually get lost. The tempo was still there. It almost felt like stop time, but not quite. The song was still moving forward and the tempo was still there, but you didn't have the drums counting it out. You know what I mean? You didn't have a drum pattern to keep the song going. You didn't have the bass playing, those, quarter notes or eighth notes or 16th notes, whatever the pattern is the bass player was going to play to keep the pulse going. No, it was all, like I said, it wasn't quite stop time because the song did keep moving and it never lost it, but you didn't hear it. I loved that part. I really did, because man, it really gave her a chance to show off her vocals and really have her vocals be the star of the show without question. I dug it, man. That was without question my favorite part of the song. Great tune, outstanding tune. There was some very impressive things happening in there, and we already talked about them, so I'm not going to talk about it again. I'm going to wrap it up. 9.2. Between the two songs I've heard now from Lacuna Coil, yeah, I think this is my favorite between the two. I can say that with 100% certainty. Nothing against the other song. I enjoyed the other song. Trust me, I did. I would love to hear them do this song live. I wonder if they do, because I would love to hear this song performed live. I wonder if it would sound any different. I don't know. I'm sure there'll be a slight difference between the studio recording and a live performance. I mean, there always is, but I'm just curious how much of a difference there would be. I'm really curious about that. I'll have to look and see if I can find it. If I don't even know if they even do play this live. They may not. This may be one of those songs that they put on the album and go, we're not going to play it live, but we're going to have it on the album. You know what I mean? There's a lot of songs that do that. So, anyway, 9.2, yeah, absolutely deserved, without question. I feel good about that score, and that is where we're going to stay. So, 9.2, final score, I have spoken. Well, that's going to do it for this edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. Hopefully you all enjoyed the show. Hopefully I was able to entertain you. If I was able to put a smile on your face and brighten your day, then I did my job, and I'm so glad I could do it. If you guys feel like joining the fan base, go ahead and click on that button down there. If you guys want to like the video, go ahead and like the video. If you guys want to ring the bell, go ahead and ring the bell. It honestly doesn't make any difference at all to me, but if you guys feel like doing these things, then by all means, feel free to do so. Well, that's going to do it for tonight, folks. Thank you very much for watching, and as always, this is David Heretic signing off, reminding you to stay fabulous and support each other. Later. Peace.